In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you all doing? Let's remove this. How are you all doing? I showed a wedding picture of Brooklyn Peltz, I'm going to call him, and his wife, who, by the way, what's his wife's name? Nicola, maybe? I think. I don't know. Because did you know that Victoria Beckham was supposed to produce an original dress for her? And days before the wedding, it still wasn't ready? Now, that probably means that Victoria Beckham is not the designer we all thought she was. Let me see if she's ever produced any other wedding dresses. She tried to ruin this woman's wedding. Me personally, Victoria Beckham, Whenever I see Victoria Beckham, I still think Ice Spice. I don't see her as like a fabulous citizen to look up to. I still see trashy Spice or whatever, Spice Girls. That's what I see. She wasn't Ice Spice. Which one was she? Let me see. Victoria Beckham. Wedding dresses. Let me see. Oh, images. Hmm, I'm looking for Victoria Beckham, guys. Be clear. I can't tell if any of these are. Everything I see is being sold on eBay, but I can't tell if it's Victoria Beckham dresses or are they looking at just wedding dresses. It's really interesting. I'm gonna have, oh, shop Victoria Beckham. Oh, I love this dress, but I can't tell if this is hers. I would wear this on a dime. Oh, I'm not saying this is her Bella Luna gown. This is so pretty, but you know me, I like flowers. Look at this. I mean, look at that dress. I would wear that. I would wear that. I'm not getting married again, guys. Trust me. I'm just saying my taste would be these flowers. That's what I'm saying. It's only like $100. See, I would do that. Then there's this one. Oh, this is oh, what a cute. I love this for a flower girl. That is beautiful. Oh, look at the front. That is gorgeous. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the dress that I. Oh, here's another one with a big butterfly bow in the back. Oh, that is so adorable. Hold on. I want to look at this one again. This, I wouldn't do the sleeves like this. I don't think. I probably would just take the sleeves off. Oh, look at this. I mean, the bright maroon flowers make a very impact statement. So I might not put that many maroon flowers in it. Maybe more rose color flowers. Oh, I love this. You know, I don't need to get married to wear something like this. I would wear this at a fabulous ball. But who goes to ball anymore? I mean, the Trump ballroom that's being built in the White House is no longer. It's now a bunker. It's no longer a ballroom. It's a bunker. So I can't even go to Trump's ballroom with Nicki Minaj. I can't. I would. If I had a Cinderella dress like this, I would. But I can't because it's not a ballroom anymore. And I can't go to the Trump Kennedy Center and wear this beautiful gown. I can't do that either because all the artists are boycotting and they're not like performing there. So I can't go there. Where can I wear this dress, people? Where can I wear this kind of dress where I could just be in my happy, happy place? Look at that. Oh my God. What am I supposed to do if I can't go to the White House, the ballroom. I can't go to Trump Kennedy Center. What do I do? Do I steal? and go to an event for the Nobel Peace Prize that was stolen? What do I do? Damn. What is this world coming to? That I can't even go to an event of a stolen Nobel Peace Prize. Oh my God. I really feel these things in my heart. It's very true feelings that I feel. But I'm not finding, let me see. Is there a VictoriaBeckham.com? Victoria. We got onto this because now I don't believe she makes wedding gowns. Victoria Beckham. Let's say, just try VictoriaBeckham.com. .com. I don't believe she makes wedding dresses. Makes clothing. Dresses and gowns. Very tacky. Very tacky. Who would wear this shit? First of all, who would wear that color? It does not look good on a white woman. It does not look good on a black woman. Lime green is a color that no one should wear. No one. You want to wear lime green? You wear lime green to work. You bring no makeup and you tell your boss you're sick. They're going to see you as sick because the lime green is not flattering. You leave early and then you call out for a week and a half. Mm-hmm. True story. That's all you need to do. Wear that color green. She's not even a good designer. There's no way she was designing this little girl's wedding dress. These are horrible. Look at this dress. Horrible. You're not a good designer, Victoria Beckham. Anywho, Victoria Beckham has tried very hard to be a part of a upstanding community in the UK. I mean, the next thing we know, we're going to hear that she's on the Epstein list with her weird husband. All right, I'm over it. Let's see what you all are saying. Hi, Jenny G. Gonna watch it later. Going to work. Child, go to work. I will see you later. Hi, Brown Sugar. Hi, Grand Rising, Tracy. Hi, Cherise. Good health. Hi, One Deep. Good health. Hi, Marcella Amore. Hi, One Deep. Hi, good health, Tanya. Hi, Incognito. How are you, sweetie? Hi, L. Williams. Good morning, everyone, this Tuesday. Good morning. Hi, Millicent. Listening at work. I love that. What's going on with Brooklyn, and why would the mother want him to drop his wife's name? David is upset. I don't know which mother we're talking about, but he's making a statement. This is what I think. She didn't want Brooklyn to marry her. I never liked her. Posh Spice. Oh, you never liked Posh Spice? I never found favor with her. First of all, I didn't find favor with any of the Spices. I thought they were cute for where they came from. And then it was over. And they all seem to have made decent careers. That's what I'm thinking, right? Posh Spice. Who's the black girl? She's my favorite, but she's also had a little bit of weirdness going on with her. But I do like her on, I don't know, who's Dancing with the Stars or something. She doesn't design her own stuff. Got it. But had to create her own company. They have very sweet children. I think Victoria tries to control their life and David does not care. Hi, Miss T. Hi. See? Did she date the other son before? Is that why they're all mad? Are you telling us that she dated the other son? Because I don't know what that story is about. But let us know if she dated the other son. That's not coming across in any of my feeds, but I would sure love to know that. All right. So let me know that, because that might make a big difference in everything. That might make a huge difference. What's her name? I know people that have done that and it has not worked out well in the end for all parties concerned. I mean, my ex-husband did that. The wife that he wound up marrying after me, he was actually dating and living in the household of the other sister. And then one day in the middle of the night, him and the wife that he has right now wound up talking. And he decided he liked her better. And she went for it. And now, you know, it's not so good, because it kind of did ruin the dynamics of the whole family. I got accused of that when I met my ex-husband. I was a kid. I was 16 years old. We were all at a pool. The Hearns were just big in Harlem. The Hearn boys, that's all any, but I didn't know the Hearn boys. I had just come to Harlem. And we were all at a local pool, which I fucking hated. Any case, at the time, there was nothing else. And there was this Hearn in the pool. And all the girls went after the Hearn because he was a uh, big football looking player, right? And I didn't, because I never chased, even from a child. But I did get to know him before I met his brother, but it was nothing major. Cut to, I'm at a school dance and another Hearn shows up. Now, I don't know the difference because I'm not in the community, but he shows off. We hit it off right away. The brother tells his mother that I went after him first. And you know what I did? I let them believe it. I was not going to argue with Barry. I was not going to argue with my boyfriend at the time, because I figured at this stage of the game, you either want me if you don't want me. If you don't want me, let's call it a day. I wound up marrying the one that I dated. Eventually, the boy dies, like just a few years ago. Like, I don't know when he died, like maybe about 10 years ago. Do you know at the funeral, at the repast, the mother brings it up again? She goes, remember you dated Barry first? And I just looked at her. And this is a grieving mother. I was not about to correct her. It is okay that she goes in heaven, meets up with her son, and finds the truth. I just looked at her. hmm I will not clean up my reputation. It is not that big of a deal to me. You have a dead son. I know I'm weird. Nobody would do the things that I do. Somebody else would have cussed her out at her own son's funeral. Not me. I didn't care. Spicy. Yes. Scary Spice. Yes. She's living off that family name. David has been knighted by King Charles. Yeah, but are they a part of the Epsteins? We need to figure that out. Maybe Brooklyn is TMZ reported that. I'm not a fan. Oh no. Oh my God. I'm supposed to go to lunch soon with somebody. All right. I left my windows open. Dummy, dummy, dummy. All right. I'm not a fan of listening to TMZ because TMZ can be brought. You know what I mean? Like TMZ was brought with P. Diddy. Mm-mm. I'm not a fan of listening to TMZ. So we're going to wait to see how this unravels. And yeah, I'm available all day today. Why don't we just advertise that right now? Come get a reading with me, 213-458-7408. Here you go. And subscribe and like my channel. While we do that, let's look at some videos.
So I believe Brooklyn Beckham just because I think mother-in-laws that make their daughter.
So Brooklyn Beckham just absolutely torched his parents on Instagram. And Victoria's response? Radio silence. But her actions are speaking volumes. Here's what's happening. Brooklyn posted a bombshell statement claiming Victoria hijacked his first dance at his wedding, danced inappropriately on him in front of 500 guests, while his bride Nicola was left in tears. He also says she canceled making Nicola's wedding dress last minute, called him evil, and tried to bribe him into signing away rights to his own name. The most shocking part? He claims his parents sent cease and desist letters, blocked him on social media, and have been planting stories to make Nicola look controlling. Now Victoria? She's completely scrubbed Brooklyn from her recent Instagram posts. No comment, no denial, just eerie silence while the internet explodes with these allegations. Brooklyn says for the first time in his life, he's anxiety-free after cutting contact. He claims brand Beckham comes first, always has. This is the messiest celebrity family feud of 2026. And honestly, I need Victoria to address the first dance allegations because that part is absolutely wild. What do you think? Is Brooklyn finally telling the truth, or is there more to this story? Drop your thoughts below and follow for updates.
You could tell there's definitely a rift between mother and son. My concern is, where did it all start?
So I believe Brooklyn Beckham just because I think mother-in-laws that make their daughter-in-laws cry on their wedding day are the worst human beings. I think some mothers have really weird relationships with their sons, and I think rich people always want to have this, like, that they're perfect and they're not. And I think when a son cuts off their very wealthy family for seemingly no reason and will not reconcile whatsoever, I'm pretty sure that he's in the right and they're in the wrong.
Well, we will let the cards let us know what is going down. But I am going to say I don't blame him. I am going to say that. I think if people need to break away from their families, I think you should just.
No wonder Brooklyn Beckham refuses to reconcile with his parents. Breaking his long-standing silence, Brooklyn Beckham has publicly spoken out against his parents, Victoria and David Beckham. First, Brooklyn claims he grew up under his parents' constant control, living in a state of prolonged anxiety. To uphold their flawless public image, his parents relied on staged social media posts and photo ops to maintain the facade of a perfect family. Furthermore, Victoria abruptly scrapped her promise to design a wedding dress for Brooklyn's wife Nicola. She even stole the spotlight by cutting in on Brooklyn and his wife's first dance at the wedding. Brooklyn alleges his parents resorted to bribery and coercion to force him into signing an agreement that stripped him of rights related to the Beckham surname. The night before the wedding, family members openly dismissed Nicola as not one of us. On top of all this, Brooklyn accuses his parents of deliberately stirring up conflicts. For David's 50th birthday, Brooklyn traveled to London with his wife only to be snubbed for an entire week. A meeting was only permitted on the condition that Nicola stayed away. What are your thoughts?
I think Victoria Beckham might be a little weird, guys. I think she might be a narcissist. I think David might be the victim of a narcissist. And when you're dating a narcissist and you're the married to the narcissist, whether it's male or female, one of them is very pulled down. Like they just want life to be happy. So they don't tend to participate in the roles that you and I would see as normal. Maybe this is their normal when you're dating a narcissist. Sometimes we see it better in women and we could see a controlling man, but actually, most narcissists pretend to be a part of the big picture and will help the family think that you're the problem. I think she might be a narcissist. It's a disease that's running around right now.
Brooklyn Beckham just made explosive claims against his parents, David and Victoria Beckham, that's brought years of rumors of a family feud to a head. The 26-year-old shared a 6-page statement on Instagram saying he spent years being controlled by a family who values public promotion above all else, and says being with wife Nicola Peltz brought him peace after struggling with severe anxiety. Brooklyn says the feud began during his wedding to Nicola in 2022. He claims his parents endlessly tried to ruin their wedding, said his mom Victoria backed out of designing Nicola's dress in the 11th hour, and that she hijacked their first dance, leaving him so embarrassed the couple later renewed their vows without his family present. Brooklyn also accuses his father of refusing to see him in the UK unless Nicola stayed away, and says that's why they've skipped major family events, including David Beckham's 50th birthday party, which raised eyebrows. He says he stayed silent for years, but claims his parents and their team continue feeding stories to the press, forcing him to finally speak out. Brooklyn says the narrative that Nicola is controlling him is all wrong, and is adamant he has no desire to reconcile with his family.
This sounds like a feud between mothers.
Brooklyn Beckham publicly accused his mother, Victoria, of ruining his wedding to Nicola Peltz. What no one realizes is that he made 3 significant sacrifices for his wife that betrayed his family. First, Brooklyn's wedding became one of the most awkward moments for the Beckham family. Despite the wedding being a global spectacle, he gave the main seats to the nanny, Sandra, and Nicola's grandmother. The Beckham family was seated in a corner, making them appear unnecessary at their son's wedding. Second, after the unsatisfactory wedding in 2022, Brooklyn and Nicola held a vow renewal ceremony in 2025 in New York State, where Brooklyn's parents and siblings were not invited. It was all to give his wife the ideal wedding she had dreamed of. Finally, after the wedding, Brooklyn gave up the Beckham surname. He changed his last name to his wife's surname, Peltz, and even gave up his British nationality to fully integrate into the Peltz family. Over the past 4 years, Brooklyn has had no contact with his parents or siblings, focusing entirely on Nicola's family life. Do you think everything Brooklyn did for his wife was really worth it?
I do. I think it was worth it, but remember, I don't follow everyone else's opinion. I think it's your job to be there for your wife, and that's on God. And I think that if there seems to be an emotional conflict, then be there for your wife. Like, hands down, that's what I believe, and I don't care. Which one did I show so far?
Brooklyn Beckham is speaking out about a deeply uncomfortable moment from his wedding, alleging that his mother took over what was supposed to be his first dance with his wife. According to Brooklyn, his first dance with his wife had been carefully planned weeks in advance. A romantic love song, over 500 guests, a once-in-a-lifetime moment meant to belong solely to the newlyweds. Instead, everything went off script. Brooklyn claims that Mark Anthony unexpectedly called him onto the stage, a moment that was supposed to cue his dance with his wife. But when he got there, his mother, Victoria Beckham, was already waiting. Rather than stepping aside, Brooklyn says his mother took over the dance. And not in a brief, sentimental way. He described the moment as deeply uncomfortable, saying she danced inappropriately with him in front of the entire room. "I've never felt more uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life," Brooklyn reportedly shared, emphasizing how the moment completely erased what was meant to be a romantic milestone with his wife. The revelation has left many many asking the same question. Why was Victoria on that stage in the first place? And why didn't anyone stop it? Whether this was a misunderstanding, a power move, or a severe lack of boundaries, one thing is clear. A moment meant to celebrate a marriage turned into a very public family conflict, and Brooklyn is no longer staying silent about it.
Is that narcissists, which she does look like to me, they are mean motherfuckers. They are mean fucking people. And women, the women narcissists always worry about their image. Always. That's how you could tell a female narcissist, because their image is everything. Now, their image is outwardly everything. Same thing for a male narcissist. Their image is protected in a more quiet kind of way, like you don't see their bullying, but they will talk about their own partner to other people and make themselves look good. And that's how they worry about their image, by putting their own partner down.
Brooklyn Beckham has refused to reconcile with his family, and his siblings' reactions have been shocking. First, Cruz David Beckham. Brooklyn basically helped raise Cruz. Now Cruz has accused him of selling out his own blood to please the Peltz family. He confirmed that Brooklyn cut the family off himself, denied that their parents were controlling, and said he was disappointed in Brooklyn. Second, Romeo Beckham. Only 3 years apart and once inseparable, the brothers drifted as Brooklyn kept changing careers. Romeo has always been the biggest believer in family unity, yet in a family photo he shared publicly, Brooklyn was the only one left out. Sources say Romeo has privately told people he no longer sees Brooklyn as his big brother. Third, Harper Seven Beckham. Brooklyn and Harper once had one of the sweetest bonds in the Beckham family. After his fallout with their parents, they rarely see each other. When Harper started her own account, she seemed to support her parents more. Still, in Brooklyn's statement about refusing to reconcile, he said that aside from Harper and his grandfather, he no longer engages with any of the Beckham family's posts.
Chop the boiled cabbage finely. Peel 2 onions.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at this recipe.
Chop the onion finely. Saute.
Let me see if I can find Brooklyn's account. I want to see where he posted whatever he posted. I don't have copies of it. It was 6 pages long, but I don't see it. Not that it wasn't there. I'm just saying I don't see it. Did he post it and then delete it? Brooklyn Peltz Beckham. I love that he changed his name. That is hilarious. I think, Brooklyn, you would have been better. You would have been better off changing your name to Brooklyn Beckham Peltz. So I'm just going to go ahead and call you Brooklyn Peltz. I think I have all the media out, but let me see what you all are saying. I feel for Brooklyn, he is doing the right thing. Victoria just has to be enter the center of attention for fame. She should be focused on her son's well-being. Maybe as a grown woman, maybe just focus on yourself. Like let your son do what children do. Let your son be selfish, inconsiderate, be all about himself, and let the chips fall where it may. You're so right, Tracy. Thank you. I did not know. Yeah, he changed it on Instagram. I did not know Brooklyn changed his last name, but when you take those vows, you are one in the eyes of God. Yeah, that's the Bible version. But you're right. The Bible version is that when a man leaves his mother, he cleaves to his wife. That's the Bible version. There's a lot of things in the Bible I don't like, I don't agree with. But I will say that it's habitual, that it's very important that a man learns the wife. His job is to love her, protect her at all costs. Now, what we don't know is the little tiny things Victoria was doing to this little girl. that was making her feel uncomfortable that she was telling to Brooklyn. See, we don't know the microaggression that was happening, but a major aggression was not finishing that damn wedding gown. That just says you don't like her. That just says you don't even want her taking credit, because you know what would happen? She's a beautiful girl, beautiful body. She would wear Victoria Beckham's wedding gown down the aisle, and then she would get all the attention, not the wedding gown. Not I made this wedding gown for the daughter-in-law that I love. It would be like, Nicola, Nicola, you wore a beautiful wedding gown. Look at Nicola in this wedding gown. And Victoria might take a back seat to the public. Yeah. He was searching for authenticity. Yes. And, you know, I'm just shocked that the kids of nowadays aren't getting that. They're not getting who am I moments. It's taken them a minute to establish that. But yeah, and sometimes you can find a new identity in a partner. But I have only one warning. Sometimes you marry the same person that you're running from. And that is yet to be determined. So for right now, he's left his Beckham family. Clearly, it looks like David never spoke up as a man. That's a problem. I'm telling you, I believe Victoria is a narcissist. I believe that wholeheartedly. All right. I'm wondering how David fell in love with someone like her. She hooked him. Well, there's sex magic, child. She looks like she throws down. You can just get mesmerized by sex, child. Yes. Don't wonder nothing. Like you all gotta respect that some women got the gift. They twirl it on the bed, choop choop choop, make him crazy about sex, and boom. Sex magic is real, y'all. It's real. This is Charm. She was dressed like she was going to a bachelor party and like she wanted to be the center of attention instead of the mother-in-law, then dancing on her own child. Yeah, I think that's very weird too, Charm. Very weird. When you marry into a jealous type family that wants what you have, they can cause major chaos. Believable. Victoria is a narcissist for sure, says Infinite. Really? July says, I'm inclined to believe him. Me too. Looks like a tale of old-fashioned jealousy from his mom. Yeah, I think so too. Grand Rising. Okay, only when they're talking to lawyers when Harvey is here to smooth the gossip out. TMZ. Yeah, I hate TMZ. Victoria used to hang out with Damon Dash. I know she's with all the drama, right? All right. I think Victoria recognizes a gold digger, but no. The little girl comes from a family of billionaires. Check out her name. Peltz is not a straggly name. No. That little girl comes from money, and good money. That's not it at all. She's filthy rich. All right, so let's take that down. I would be not so inclined to give Victoria too much credit. I think it's important to let children be men and get there however way they get there. I think it's unfortunate that no. See, no, it's not about clout. See, Victoria needed clout to prove to everyone that she was with the wealthy. When you come from wealth, most people don't know it. Like you didn't know she came from wealth. Most people don't know it, don't advertise it. They just are wealth. So no, I don't think it was for clout either. I think Victoria Beckham is a narcissist, and sometimes being a narcissist is just weird. Like, it's just weird. Like, mama, get off my bed. No, get off my bed. Get off my bed. Why you do this to me? No. Oh my God. Come here, mama. Get off the bed. Oh. Oh. I really don't like the cat on my bed, and she's challenging me lately. Look, they want to see you. Oh, I know. I just really don't like the cat on my bed, and I haven't been able to find a resolution to that happening better for me. I thought we had an agreement. I thought you heard me in one of my readings, and you agreed to like not get on my bed anymore. So what's happening? Stay off my bed, all right? Okay. I think if David had a closer relationship with his sons, Brooklyn wouldn't have changed his name. That could be possible, but David looks like an asshole. I'm telling you, when you have a woman that's a narcissist, the man looks so weak. So weak. He just wants peace because being with a narcissist is exhausting. It's exhausting. All right. Let's look at the reading. I'm supposed to go to lunch with somebody, but she's not responding to me. I'll try one more time. Oh, sun is out. All right. Let's lower the stage. And don't forget, if you want to get a reading with me, 213-458-7408. What is happening with Brooklyn? Tell us the truth, Spirit. What's really happening? And what mother would make the children speak out against another brother? Tell me that's not narcissistic behavior. Like, so she could win so that she doesn't look bad. I would tell my kids, don't say shit. Let him do whatever he wants. Do not speak on it. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Brooklyn. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Brooklyn is your child, is your love, is your beloved, Father God. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. Why is this happening? In your name, I pray. Amen. 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 All right. The first thing I'm getting is there are 3 areas of problems. It's not just one. It's 3 areas. I feel like he's going to speak or give an op-ed, or not just on Instagram. I think there might be a bigger history to be had. I think he's got more to say. I don't think he said enough that actually made sense to the public at large. I think if you're going to go public, go 100% public. So I think he's going to go 100% public. My concern with him is, has he had an identity? Like, what does he do for a living? Because I feel like that is probably the real missing component here. It's almost like coming out the closet. He's out, he's free. Now I feel like he's going to be able to create himself. Money's there. I don't even know if they're going to money's available to him. So he's not broke. Maybe because the Peltz family absolutely will then support him somehow. He was stressed. Now he's not stressed. I get that. But other things will be coming in for him, right? He actually, because of this, may actually make a name for himself. He's welcome into the Peltz family of riches and money. He's welcome in. They actually do like him. Um, and I feel like this is his family. What's going on stays on his mind. This is my mind. This could turn into a legal situation where Victoria may want him to cease and desist. But the Fool card shows up. The Fool card shows up. And it definitely feels like, what's Victoria Beckham's sign? It definitely feels like they didn't anticipate the children having their own brain. They kind of treat them like they're still five-ish, but with attitudes, not 25-ish with a mind of their own, right? So I definitely feel like this is turning poorly. Um, and I definitely feel like she's an Aries. What's Nicola's sign? Because it's this woman that brought the change. I think this might be the wife. It's the wife that might have. I'm looking for a Queen of Pentacles, or, as I would say in my own readings, or someone with money. Maybe Nicola came along because she represented the opposite of the way he was being raised. Maybe Nicola came along because it was the first time that he recognized that he can bulk against his family, that he can, before this whole thing where he wrote out a statement and shit, but where he could say, I'm not doing this with my mom. Like, I think Nicola gave him the strength. Nicole is a Capricorn. Boom. Thank you. Thank you, Jayla. I think that I think Nicola gave him strength. Strength he never had in his own family. I think they were raised to be submissive. hmm I think that, let me call this woman because I need to know if I'm leaving. Bob, how are you? All right. Sorry, I'm having my lunch date. Very, very important. I'm hungry. Okay. So I think her coming in showed Victoria there's a new bitch in town. I don't think she came in that way. I think this little girl comes from the wealthiest of the wealth, something Victoria might have dreamed of all her life. And this girl is handed all of this. And sometimes the wealthier of the wealth is a little different than someone who became wealthy. So I think Nicola reminds Victoria how poor she is. Like, what if they're all having conversations and she's like, I'm going to give you an example, but this is going to be a really bad example. But it's like, oh, have you ever been to the mountains in St. Bart? It's so beautiful. And Victoria hasn't. And then she goes, oh, my family goes there all the time. And then she looks at her boyfriend and she goes, I'll take you. And that's like, oh, how dare she? We can go. We're going to be going in 3 months, so I'll take you. That would drive a narcissist crazy, right? Because the little girl doesn't even know that she just absurded this woman, right? That's the other thing when you're around the narcissist. You never know what's going to make them mad. And so Victoria's like, and the little girl's like, oh, you're going to love it. I can't wait to take you. And then she just turns around to the mom and she's like, it really is beautiful there. But what if the little girl didn't mean harm? What if that's natural for her to say, oh my God, you've never been there? Oh my God. Like the mind of a narcissist is a weirdo and you'll never understand it. You'll never understand why. And you see, and then something like that is like ruining Victoria's reputation. What do you mean I've never been? Like, you made me admit I've never been somewhere. I hate you. It's microaggression that is like terrible. I think Nicole is good for him. And I think sometimes in relationships like that, we all got to sit back and let them be them. So if he wants to be Brooklyn Peltz, go ahead. Like Megan gave Harry the strength to speak out. Exactly, Jalad. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think he will find himself. I don't think the family is reparable right now. Both families show up, but they also show up in the middle of some legal situation, right? So if Victoria is stupid, which I do believe she is, because it's a power struggle for her, she could wind up giving her son a cease and desist or something. I don't know, but wouldn't it be ridiculous if Nicola became a fashion designer? Let's look at some more. I don't know which one is David Beckham, right? What's David Beckham's sign? But he's the one that can control the narrative. And maybe another son. The men can fix this. If David decides to accept the changes. So if David just says to Victoria, leave that boy alone. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Sharice. The old money people don't act rich at all. Usually the only time you really see them dressed up is at charities and benefits and galas. Like, I know rich people that wear purses that you would never know that the purse cost $3,000. No label, no nothing. And it's like, and you look at because I've had rich friends, you look at your friend, you go, how much did that purse cost? When I'm expecting to see, some obnoxious Yves Saint Laurent or something. And I've learned from you, I've never been that kind of rich. But I've learned that if I ever got that kind of rich, I would never, ever put somebody's label on my back. I just wouldn't. It's not worth it. Because the real rich people don't. The boys are going to make this possible. Maybe her father, David Beckham, Brooklyn, and maybe one other son. But I see David as kind of manly weak. David is a Taurus. Look at that. So I believe this is David. I believe this is her father. And what's his sign? I think the men have a way of taking care of this. Now, remember, ain't no father gonna let his daughter be abused out there by no Victoria Beckham. It's not gonna happen. So her father will step to David and be like, tell your wife back the fuck down. And look, they're facing each other. So this is going to be an argument, but it's going to be an argument that some motherfucker's going to understand. David's going to fucking understand. All right? Like, tell your wife, back the fuck away from my daughter. Ciao. What is Brooklyn, July, please? Oh, Lord. She might get pregnant right away. She'll have a boy. That's not going to pull them together. A baby's not. I hope they wait to have a baby, but I don't care because they've got enough money to take care of a baby. But there's a baby coming. Yeah, I'm wondering, guys. I'm wondering if David Beckham has a clean history. I'm telling you, I feel like something Epsteinish could come up. Right? The Richie Rich, right? They don't brag. It's like Trump's rich. Trump's rich is everything has to be that fake gold look because that makes him feel like he's rich. But he's like trash, like Victoria is trash. Victoria, this is karma. This is karma. You're getting karma through your son. What did you do? I don't think Victoria's a nice person, guys. I would love to hear from her employees or people that she works with. I think she's snobby. I think she's inconsiderate. I think she's selfish. I think she just wants to be fake rich. Um, I think we're going to discover she's not even a good designer or a good dressmaker. I think more truth is coming out. I think people are going to talk bad about her. I think that this fall from grace is going to be hard to climb back up. Like you fell because you were jealous of some little girl. Okay. I think people are going to start charging. Like this means to charge. Start charging at Victoria. But it's in my past, so this tells me that they're charging at her now. And she could lose her her status in the wealth community. They might begin to see her as fake by not taking care of this little girl the way she could have. And I believe that all the generosity and care is all of that is going to get translated to the little girl. I mean public generosity. Victoria's gonna say something to lie on this girl, and that's gonna be it. Right now it's Brooklyn, but she's gonna say something to lie on the little girl, and it's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be the finale, and then it'll take years to um, repair. There's definitely some sickness in the family, and the sickness is over money. And I don't, do you think Victoria did things before she met Beckham? Because there's something about putting her tail between her legs and having to get there. Like she had to do what she had to do. I wonder if they're going to be a part of the acting. She probably has terrible low self esteem and imposter syndrome. So is self obsessed. Sounds about right to me. Sorry, guys. This is a problem between mother and son. And I just don't think he ever had the strength to say what he wanted to say. And with Nicola coming along, it just gives him the power to say what he wants to say. So, with all that being said, I'm not really getting the future, like, don't worry, they'll repair themselves. I have to tell you, it's okay if they don't repair this. It's okay. Family can be horrible to one another. And sometimes you just want the peace. So I'm not going to encourage him to talk to his mother. I'm going to encourage him to do whatever he wants, whatever he feels. His wife is everything to him. You see how much he loves her. And I think, take a back seat, Victoria. Take a back seat. And I'm warning you, you made this little girl a little famous. You made her famous. And so anything this little girl does is going to hurt you. Sorry. It's going to hurt her. If this little girl breathes, then the people are going to say, oh, she breathed. It's going to hurt her. I want to do a deep dive into the Peltz family, because they can annihilate the Beckhams. And you know what? The other thing about rich people, they're very snobbish about knowing that you used to be a Spice Girl. They're very snobbish about that kind of stuff. Why do you think Madonna went over to the UK and changed her dialect to appear rich? But the real uber rich, they're almost saying like, are you going to perform for us? Are you going to perform for us? You're welcome, but are you going to perform? Final outcome is Bega confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. This boy had to do this, and he had to do it for his wife. This boy had to do this. If he didn't do it, that little girl would never respect him. Beggar. I feel like I have to brush my teeth again. Beggar. No need to be starving for food to be considered a beggar. May beg for attention, love, authority, and material objects. Represents a symbolic test that compels you to confront self-empowerment. So, remember, he said the whole thing that they had to do was remember the Beckham brand. And the Beckham brand took precedence over the children, always pretending. So imagine being so-called wealthy, but in order to be wealthy, you have to maintain an image and photo ops. That's what narcissists do, create photo ops to pretend. But what if the love wasn't there? And what if he's been screaming out for that? And now he just found love and he's moving into that space and giving up his family name so that he doesn't have to always be reminded of who he is and how they all got there. That's what narcissists do. Hi, Steven. All right, guys. Very apropos, a weird card, like begging for your mother's attention that has nothing to do with anything but give me love, woman. And she couldn't. She couldn't. Wow. Call me for your own personal reading, 213-458-7408. All right, guys. Thank you for putting up with me. I am available for readings, 213-458-7408. Contact me. Love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody,